Hello, my name is Niall. I make fantasy and nature-inspired OC content, and today I would like to draw my characters in a chibi form, as well as talk about art challenges and the problems I have with them. So, if you'd like to, you can draw with me or grab a snack while you're watching, and I'm going to start talking about it. I participate in a lot of art challenges because I find them quite fun, but I do have issues with them, as most people do. And one of the biggest concerns about art challenges is just like it feels like a lot, because it is a lot, especially things like Inktober or Artober and like monthly challenges where you draw every day. And it can be discouraging if you get behind at all. A lot of people like start Inktober and then they just give up after like a week, and that's because there's like such a big amount of people participating in this challenge, and you sort of start to compare yourself and feel like you're falling behind, which you can get past that with some like mindset changes and stuff, but it is still like a big thing. And you have to make time for it, and you have to have like the responsibility to get there and start it. And a lot of people get around this by starting earlier so that they have breaks and stuff, which I think is great. I think that's awesome. Because if you're doing the challenge, you should do it in a way that is sustainable for you. And then another thing is burnout. You've drawn, every day, specifically trying to make something good for this challenge, and a lot of people get burnt out after that. I think ever since I found out that Inktober was a thing, I've tried to do one of those challenges like every year, and I succeeded at drawing or making a drawing for each day. I think 3 or 4 times now, but that's out of a lot of years that I have given up on it, and so it's a big thing, it's a big responsibility, you're doing a lot, and it can lead to really bad burnout, and so that is another thing. And the last thing is less of an art challenge specific issue, and more of a general, if you are drawing regularly, using your hands regularly, you should be doing like stretches and taking care of your hands, because I didn't do that. And in fact, I went to a doctor for an unrelated purpose, and they found that I had carpal tunnel, but I was never informed of it until after October, when I'd drawn every single day. And I made a lot of drawings that I'm proud of, but my wrist hurt so bad by the end of it, and I would not have participated if I had known I had carpal tunnel. But now it has gotten worse, so it's like, yeah, I have to wear braces, and I draw with the brace on typically, because it helps reduce how much pain I'm in. And it's also helping me train myself to draw from my elbow and shoulder instead of from my wrist. But you can usually get around that by, like, every 10-20 minutes or so, just sitting back, shaking your wrists out, doing a stretch. So do that. Don't procrastinate it. It's not. Carpal tunnel's not fun. It's uncomfortable. So if you've gotten carpal tunnel before and improved from it, make sure you're still doing stretches. And if you haven't gotten it yet, do stretches so that you don't get it. It's no fun. The solutions for that, all along with stretchings and stuff, the solutions for wanting to do art challenges like Inktober, is before you decide to follow a prompt list, don't just follow it because it's like the official Inktober prompt list. Find a list that has things that actually inspires you. That doesn't mean it has to be things that you already regularly draw, but it does mean that you need to have things that sound interesting so that you have the motivation to do it, because that can help it feel less of a big daunting commitment and more of just a fun thing to inspire you. You also don't have to do every prompt, and you can also give yourself break days. You don't have to finish it on time, and if you want to do if you want to like post them on the same days or have them done on the same days as everyone else, you can just skip over days that don't work for you. You can start early, like I said earlier. Or you can just focus on smaller challenges instead of specifically doing October art challenges. One thing that I've been doing for this year of 2025 is every month I'm drawing a self-portrait. You don't have to do a self-portrait. It can be like every month you draw like your character in a different pose, or draw a different portrait, or try a different art style, or something like that. Because I like to do it personally. It's every month you do one thing, so it's a big committing to do it like every day. For not every day, goodness. It's a big commitment because you're planning to do it every month, one thing a month. But it's also just one thing a month, and it's pretty easy to fit into any sort of schedule. If you have time to make one extra drawing a month, then it can fit in better. And if you get late, you can skip that one, or you can just push it on to the next month, and it's very forgiving, especially because you're setting it for yourself. Or there are some people who make challenges that are only like 2 or 3 prompts a week. You can find those, or you can make your own prompts based on like the things that you find interesting in someone else's prompt list, which I've, for the past couple of years, made my own prompt list. I wrote up 31 prompts that I wanted to draw, and I did a drawing every day. And I've decided that next year I don't want to do 30 prompts. I'm probably going to have like 8 or 15. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do. I'm leaning a bit more towards 8. Those are kind of just my silly little ideas. And then to, what's been on screen the whole time, my characters. These are the 3 main characters of a story that I've been working on, that I haven't shared actually anything of the story really. I intend to do that, but I wanted to make it so that if I'm ever doing something like a Q&A, and I would be able to put up the pictures of my characters, what they look like, and then their name together, so that if you don't know my characters very well or don't have context very well, I have these cute little drawings that I can put with it. And if I'm talking about a character in like my story on Instagram especially, I can just put like that little picture to the corner so that people can like have a visual of like who I'm talking about, because that's something that I've had a hard time with some other artists, is I like their OCs, but my brain's not fully occupied with their OCs like they are for my own OCs, and so I get a little lost about which character's which in there, or I'll only recognize their name and not connect it with the face, or vice versa. So I figured that this might make it a bit easier on anyone who cares. But so that's what I've done here, and I'm planning on also just editing these pictures so that I can have it just be like the head for if I don't have enough room for the whole character on a picture or something, or on a frame. That way I can have them and they can be multi-use. Thank you for listening to my quick little complaint about art challenges and how I want to fix things for next year. Please take care of yourself if you're an artist or use your hands for anything. It's all I can think about because my hand hurts really bad regularly, but I love drawing, so I keep doing it. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how I draw my characters. If you'd like to support me, I would really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe. And if you would like to go even further, I do have an Instagram where I post regularly, and I do post on my stories sometimes. And I also have commissions open that I operate through Instagram. So, thank you a lot. I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye.